course. Just for a spot of fun, you understand. Oh yes, and while I was following this omen, I caught a few ethereal threads of fate and glimpsed the faces of their owners. Here, take a look for yourselves.
See? Didn't I tell you? Someone with so many friends was bound to recognize them all. Hi, you two. It's been a while, hasn't it? I thought I'd lend a hand with Barbie's divination.
Indeed, if Alice hadn't insisted, I'd have treated these names as minor variables and discarded them from the divination.
But then you would have missed out on this fun little excursion, wouldn't you? Besides, as mages, we couldn't possibly disappoint the little cuties involved in the prophecy now, could we? It's the dream of every child to receive wonderful gifts, go on grand undertakings, and watch mysterious prophecies unfold. Which is all to say, we simply had to see this one through.
And there's no point arguing with Alice. Anyway, if I can gather these minor variables together, I should be able to adjust my divination. So here I am, seeking them out, and if possible, offering them. I don't have time to go around divining things like that, but I'm sure it won't be long.
Is that why you've set up this stall? So you can sit and wait for them to arrive?
Don't worry, I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. This Dodoko is simply a stand-in. I'm still working on my research.
That's right. And I installed sensors on Barbie's Dodoko. As soon as the right person shows up, she'll receive an instant notification. And Dodoko will give a happy little wiggle to make sure our visitors are drawn on in.
What are you doing back here? Take your arm off that. You'll knock my scryglass onto the floor. And hold that cup steady. I don't want you spilling hot chocolate on my manuscripts.
All right, keep your hat on. Just 1 second. There you go, Barbie. This one's yours. I hardly put any sugar in it, I promise.
When you say hardly any sugar, I can't help but feel like we're not speaking the same language.
Back to business. After we followed up on Barbie's divination, I was hoping to gather everyone involved, that is, and throw a huge party. I've even decided how we can send out the invitations. Don't worry, I've already picked out the most beautiful birds available. Picture it. In the dead of night, a huge, pure white bird flies through your window with a mysterious letter in its beak. Then you open it, and a whole new world appears before your eyes.
Unfortunately, as I told Alice, doing that would only serve to disrupt the path of fate. Besides, dealing with such small prophecies is a real pain, so it's off the cards.
Fate is such a spoil sport. Nevertheless, we can still have a party. When the time is right, I'll invite everyone myself. And as I do hate waiting for parties, Traveler, Paimon, can I leave the job of bringing your friends here to this stall to you?
Then we'd be the ones disrupting the path of fate, right?
Seeing as the people in the prophecy already have ties to the Traveler, in theory, their fates are already intertwined. If the Traveler steps in to invite them and hurry things along, it shouldn't have too large an effect on the divination.
Reliable as always. For the sake of the party, it's in your hands. I promise to save you the best seats, closest to the cake. Barbie, why are you tearing that paper apart? What are you doing?
I'm using it to plug my ears. Between you and Nicole, if my head isn't hurting, then my ears are. Ugh, I miss Octavia.
Terima kasih sudah share Helgreen 566.
What am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice.
Welcome Yanfa 510.
Metaphors speak themselves. Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
This realm is... If you ever... What am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice.
98. Welcome folder 3exe. Welcome to garis bawah saring. Welcome Zep. Welcome Milexas. Welcome to garis bawah saring. Welcome di garis bawah chat.
Tar.
Welcome P1 lot Oceania garis bawah.
Show me your move. Let's finish this fast.
Teamwork is strength. Nice and spicy. Eat this.
I don't judge. What will it be? Black.
Welcome to Dondong Merah.
Terus.
Silence! Be sanctified. Settle down. Stabilize.
Time to shine.
Wind Strider, as one with wind and cloud.
Bow your head. Silence. Solidify.
Shower me with praise. Let the world come alive.
The tides beckon. Gather.
Strike a pop.
Wind Strider.
Time to shine.
Let the mighty be humble. down. Solidify.
Shower me with the...
Clouds high. The birds call.
This is order.
Let the world collide!
Silence. The tides beckon. Settle down.
Aduh, sampah.
Welcome Titin 048. Welcome garis bawah BGJot 69. Welcome Sirkulesia Rina Foir 01. Welcome SCDDD 6.
Sir Flint. Perfect timing. I just arrived myself.
You are most considerate, Master Ilua. But in fact, I know you have been sitting here for quite some time.
If you saw me, why didn't you say something?
I was curious to see how long you could sit still for. Also, shouldn't you have managed to sense me approaching?
That would be a first. You always seem to appear out of thin air without making a peep. Also, how many times do I have to tell you not to address me as master? I don't qualify.
I beg to differ. Why should a young man so well versed in social graces as yourself not be worthy of that title?
Please, Lord Flint's... Sir Flint's. I'm begging you, don't flatter me into complacency like you do with everyone else.
You understand me better than most. My newest acquaintances tell me I love complimenting others. What do you think?
I think they don't understand why you do it. You just love puffing people up till they're a big, happy ball of hot air that floats away into the sky.
In all sincerity, I can only hope that they bring good tidings when they come back down to Earth.
Is the situation that bad?
We just held a strategy meeting. Let me fill you in.
In short, we need everyone gone from Pyramida. We also need a team of lightkeepers to scour the more remote regions of Nodcry for civilians to evacuate.
I only hope we have enough personnel.
We do. Old Man Nikita will definitely help, and we can recall anyone out on patrol to focus on this instead.
Good. I'm sure you and the others will make short work of this. Now, don't forget, once you've completed this task, make sure you and the rest of the team evacuate to either Snezhnaya or Natlan as well.
Flint?
If you've got something to say, Master Ilua, why not guess what I'm thinking right now?
You mentioned that you have something else to deal with later. How difficult is it going to be?
I doubt it will be easy.
I know you're a lightkeeper, and it's your duty to protect others in times of crisis. But I have a feeling that you'll be walking into grave danger. However bad things have gotten in the past, Nodcry has never faced a mass evacuation before. But from the sounds of it, you don't intend to come with us. I don't mean to pry, and it's probably none of my business. But whatever it is you're intending, you don't have to go through with it, you know.
I've been afflicted with some sort of curse, and I'm told it may well trigger if I set foot outside of Nodcry. As such, I cannot leave. I have to act, if for no other reason than to fight this curse.
What? No. Why? Why would anyone want to curse you?
There are plenty of people out there willing to trample over others in pursuit of their own goals.
Frankly, Sir Flint, I am furious. You're making light of what is an incredibly serious situation.
Indeed I am. And?
And what? I told you, I'm furious about this.
Nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Things happen, and we just have to deal with them. If you find yourself feeling angry, perhaps start by drinking a big glass of water.
Hey, you mean you're completely unmoved by my anger? I'm devastated.
Then allow me to express my sincerest regret. Come by the lighthouse sometime. We'll catch ourselves a few fish, have a little barbecue, play some cards, and bask in the sun.
Maybe I need to spell this out. Lean in a little, Flint.
Oh my, this doesn't bode well.
Word is that you were caught up in a real horror show recently. People were amazed that you returned safe and sound. They've been debating whether you're even human.
I've returned safe and sound from plenty of crises. When you say people, do you mean other people? Or do you just mean you?
Fine. I'll be frank. You're not human, are you?
Heavens. Now that's a horrifying thought.
You know what? Forget it. We'll revisit this once it's all over.
A sound plan. Albeit a little ominous sounding.
Just promise me you'll come back in one piece. All right?
For you, Master Ilua. How could I refuse? Also, please pass my regards on to our colleagues. Tell them, thank you all for your assistance. Please put safety first as you proceed with the operation.
Tes. Halo.
I have to keep searching for a path toward reality.
Halo. Tes.
This should do it. The last 2 times I tried to influence reality in this space, it consumed a lot of Kuvaki. I'll try and be more careful this time. I need to leave key clues behind using less power. I hope everyone still remembers what I said on Moon Prayer Night.
Tes. Nggak masuk cermin anjing. Gimana caranya ini? Tes.
Nothing here either. Flints?
Ah, Miss Nefer.
What are you doing here? Unless...
I just spoke with Itlua about arrangements for the search and came for a walk nearby. As for you, why would... It appears we think along similar lines. And neither of us likes to accept things at face value.
As well as figuring out how to gather intel on the Traveler, I wanted to confirm some of my own suspicions. Also, we'll need to bring a lot of force to bear against Ettore, even if we're only looking to rescue the Traveler. We can't leave anything to chance. You don't think Columbina perished either, do you?
I'm merely considering the possibility that she survived, just as you are. How much can we really know about a deity like her?
Do you remember what she said on Moon Prayer Night? About using moonlight to send messages to us.
Of course. I think that's why we're both here.
Where have you checked so far?
I've been focusing on the outdoors. Anywhere the moonlight shines. I checked most of Nasha Town, but didn't find anything.
I checked the Curatorium of Secrets, and a few rooms where I thought I might find some leads. But no luck here either. The only places I haven't looked yet are the rooms in the flagship. But process of elimination isn't the only thing that brought me here.
Oh, really? What's your other reason?
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
Halo.
Come on, let's see what's going on.
Oh no. I knocked over a vase as soon as I came in. Although, it seems like I'm not about to be pulled away. It looks like as long as I'm careful with my actions, it doesn't count as influence anyway. Is this the flagship? The traveler mentioned that's where she was staying. I only went into the lobby last time, so I've never actually been here before.
Halo.
How does this space work? If nothing else, I can now be sure that it is not simply memory. She mentioned where her room was. I think it's this one. The door is closed. But if this is anything like when I disappeared, then maybe... I'm in. She and Paimon aren't here at the moment. I hope she's okay. I wonder what happened to her after that battle with Dottore. Best not to dwell on that for now. I need to try and leave them some clues. Please, Traveler. I really hope you find this.
Huh. Just a cat.
Nothing else here strikes me as noteworthy.
Didn't you stay here for a couple of nights once?
Before Rerir showed himself, yes. It's also where the Traveler and I first met.
Did you notice anything unusual during your stay?
I remember thinking how much noisier the flagship is at night compared to the graveyard. Other than that, no. The Traveler and Paimon were most congenial neighbors.
This is where they've been staying, yes? Over here?
That's right.
I wouldn't usually condone breaking and entering, but we can make it up to them later.
Focus now. I have to write a message on the wall using Kuvaki, just like I said on Moon Prayer Night. Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written. Here goes. I'll need to carefully control my strength. There's a noise outside the door. Is she back? Please, you have to see these words.
Welcome Adrian 4U.
Halo.
Well, do you sense anything?
Unfortunately, no.
And this place was our last chance.
Not necessarily. We've only looked in Nasha Town so far. Miss Columbina said she would leave messages at her friends' dwellings. It's still worth checking where Miss Lauma lives and where I live.
Let's try and make some time to look into those then. Wait.
What are you waiting for?
Paimon might have overeaten slightly. What's that look for? This is a victory feast. It's normal to eat a little more than usual. The Traveler in Paimon. It's really you. But why are they talking about a victory feast? Huh. You worried Paimon sick while you were out there fighting Rare. So this is your chance to make it up to her, alright? Wait. So this is the night after the battle against Rare. How did I end up here? That's quite a long time ago now. Wait. Time. That's it. Every time I've entered reality within this space, it's been at an earlier point in time. Every one of those points has been before I fell into the moon's reflection. And everything I've done to affect reality really did happen in the past. Does this mean that within the moon's reflection, time flows backwards? Starting from the moment I fell in? Not long till Moon Prayer Night now. It's gonna be even livelier than tonight. Although, it's gonna be sad saying goodbye to the damselette. She seems like a really nice person. Paimon. No, I can't. Even if I make contact, they probably won't understand what's going on. And in any case, I'll likely get pulled away again if I do. Instead, I have to find a way to get them to notice what I've written using the moonlight. Wait, even I hadn't thought of doing that before Moon Prayer Night. They'd never conceive of that possibility. Is there truly no other way?
Don't lose heart. We'll find a way somehow.
Huh? Oh, you say that, but the Frost Moon is beyond the fall sky. If we wanted to go visit her, how would we make it through to the other side?
We might not have all the answers now, but I'm sure we'll find a way one day.
Huh. Guess someone's gotta be the optimist. The present. The future. That's right. There are still things I can do.
What's your plan?
Flins, when you were staying next door, did you ever open the window?
No. The rooms here are dark and damp, and there's such a buildup of dust on the windows that the moonlight can't even get in. I didn't think it was worth the trouble.
The moonlight.
I think I see where you're going. One moment. I'll see if the owner is available.
Don't bother. Time is of the essence.
Time. Even if no one sees what I've written at this moment, maybe someone will remember what I said after Moon Prayer Night. I need to write down as much information as I can. And maybe one day... Huh? What's up with you? You can't even hold your cup steady. Are you getting tired?
A little.
Well, you should probably hit the hay then. You've had a really tough couple of days for you. You truly have. You helped defeat Rare, helped me reclaim my name, and you helped the others organize Moon Prayer Night. Wherever you are right now, I'm sure you're still fighting against the injustices of fate. This is all I can leave for them. How I wish I could stay here. But it's time for me to go. I hope to see you again in the next time. And if the opportunity presents itself.
I will surely return to your side.
Huh.
Columbina. She's alive.
Not only that, but she's left us an entire wall's worth of clues. She even wrote down what would happen on Moon Prayer Night. It's just a shame we found it too late.
I am here. Time in this place flows backwards. I am constantly moving forward.
It sounds like she's found a way to influence the past using Kuvaki. But her future is our past.
So, these words have been here ever since we defeated the Ray Hero Solnari. We just never discovered them. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you ever mull over questions like that?
Only when I'm in a good mood and at leisure.
Well, I never do. Everything that has happened already belongs to the realm of fact. As a business person, and especially an intel broker, what I do is extrapolate from those facts to try and read the future.
An admirable philosophy.
It's a means of survival. Let's go. We have a wall's worth of clues to share with the others.
It appears that the doctor's energy signature has changed to something similar to Kuvaki. Nodcry's Kuvaki devices will only have a limited effect on it. Also, I must...
My subordinates just shipped them in from Fontaine. Some of them are from the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Some are incident reports from Petrichor, and then there's a... Additionally, after some further scanning...
What's that?
Tevat's skies contain multiple moons. A long time ago, when I did my first... But when I checked again just now...
So there's one extra?
Yeah. Originally, I thought that if I could still find... But then it occurred to me that apart from the frost moon, and husks surely shouldn't show up in the scan, since they're not alive. It's weird, isn't it? If we can't even distinguish between a dead and a living... Or does this mean that the moon marrows are equivalent to the...
It's certainly possible. In which case, the...
So he wasn't bluffing. He really built his own...
It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have too much on your plate. Maybe you need to relax.
Nothing can calm me down at a time like this. I need...
It's Mr.
I really hate that ringing tone. Ugh. First of...
Oh, sorry if we're disturbing you. Might I ask...
What do you want?
Are you still at the curatorium?
Yeah. Look, everyone else is still out, so there's no hurry. Plus...
Even though we have crucial
Fine.
Do you intend to share it via the Dodo?
Ordinarily I would, but this is a unique situation. I think it's best that we discuss it in person.
All right then.
The rest of the team is still out working on their missions and evacuations. But we've decided to...
Sandrone, you were right. Columbina is most likely...
That's the best news we've received in a while.
Random locations. Appearing in reverse order? Are you serious? Anyway, does this mean we can deduce her condition?
Miss Androne, there's nothing wrong with simply
I'm not. And she's the least of our problems. We're facing a huge crisis. If she can't control the flow of time in there, she's just gonna keep moving backwards. Different points in time won't intersect, and she'll never find...
Let's say life begins with a drop of water. When did time begin? No, that's not right. Her final destination would be...
But it doesn't seem like we can influence that space from the outside world. Also, if she's alive, Rarier and Thalindus might be too. But as far...
I'm afraid I must concur with Miss Nefer.
Can't exactly argue with that. Let's leave it there for...
Will it help with your research?
I doubt it's gonna help with breaking Dotori's energy fields. But who knows when it might come in handy. Better to have it all right. I need to get back to my research. Mr. Albedo has made a lot of suggestions that...
Sure, I'll stay here. I have things to work. Paimon, are you there? Oh, right. She went with Varka to Natlan, didn't she? Speaking of the traveler...
Paimon here. Not in at the moment, but if anyone needs to borrow her stuff or the travel... Also, traveler, if you get back before Paimon, make sure to get some rest. Paimon
Well, since you offered, Paimon, this is the traveler and Paimon's luggage. Oh, it's well organized. I wonder which of them... What do we have? The camera captured a special moment that can only occur between people. You can really sense how the photographer feels about their subject. This must belong to the traveler. Hang in there.
Polonia. Search keyword world formula and bring me all relevant books. Let's see. I believe that the correct... I never imagined human civilization should gradually shed possibilities. As it continues, the sparks of civilization shall run out. Unlike variables. Descenders? Dotori likely captured the traveler because of her descender status. But the 3 moons... Where does this variable factor in? The world formula calculates... Polonia. Search keyword pathway and bring me all relevant books.
Suhu.
Otonki Sermon Dictation. Explications on the chemical marriage. Observe and compute the pathway displayed in the guidance diagram. So, it's one of Renee's draft lectures. Deconstruct... This is so long. This guy... Polonia. Search keyword tree model and bring me all relevant books.
Welcome no Andy 1.
Halo Andy.
Most of the experimental devices proposed by the Lilia Crucis. When Duke St. Germanus departed, he said, "It seems that there's, in all other things, he is but ordinary." Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. What kind? Great Detective Herlock, the alchemist and the clockwork saint? Still, the author swears that they knew Renee well. Whatever. Memory, wishes, souls, and persona. Frankly, this sounds more like occultism, the way Alain Guillotin saw it. The world was comprised of Renee. His full name was Rene de Petrichor. That place was also the source of most of our information regarding Remurian civilization. The cutting of souls and storing them in vessels. These seemingly unrelated the chemical marriage model. Alain would have scoffed at that. He never would have let those theories... What was Alain's view on Renee? I know he mentioned the name. Oh, now I remember. Alain's old notes. Renee seemed most out of sorts when he spoke to me. A lack of... Yep, that sounds like my subordinates actually did a half-decent job digging out all these... Some of Alain's old files are completely consistent with these records. He must have... He may have kept them, but he never even come to think of it. Renee's world formula was filled with calculations of constant. As for Alain... it's been too long. What would he have said? A guy like him, fervent believer in machines, he created that procedure to save this world. Yet the scale of... He died having never seen the outcome. And did you really never take a close look at Renee's research? Or did you read it? The very thought of trying to incorporate his ideas probably made you feel sick to the stomach. Well, don't worry, because there's a whole new category of lunatic in town. Next to... You once asked me what I wished for. Should have asked him instead. He's the... Even the tiniest variable can make big waves in the present. Now then, allow me to put these incompatible fragments first. Establish and verify the existence of the Great Circle. Absolute nihil on one end, absolute reality on the other. Now, search between these two. Then, the variables. The sparks of civilization shall run out unless we consider traverse the world, space-time, and civilization. Then extract the essential nodes from the primordial power that differentiated itself from the records. This is horrendously complicated. After all that, How do you think it looks, Polonia? Like the frenzied scrawlings? Fine, keep it to yourself. It's not like you can talk in. I jest. But true madness does often start with trying to save the world. What would Arlecchino and Columbine? So would Rosaline. When I close my eyes and think back, I can still see her face. And that enormous dress she used to wear. Such a bizarre... No one's asking me, obviously, but I hope you all know that I never wanted to save the world. I'm not. The world needs a solution, but I don't need the world's validation. To go with the something's written. Sounds like a dumb gimmick. What? Are you kidding me? Somehow I doubt that an early night and a glass of water is...
Lady Arlecchino, word has reached us that Lady Marionette's troops are all in position. They are ready to act as soon as the order is given.
Excellent.
The only thing is, they are fewer in number than we expected. It looks like many of them must have lost their lives at the hand of the monsters released by the Doctor.
Can't be helped. Allow them to join our ranks, and keep in contact.
As you wish.
It's been a while, Arlecchino. You look well. Did Dottore really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Snezhnaya and Nod?
Sounds like an art.
Of course. Firstly, while they're working on that, I've been ordered to come and receive the...
They are nearby. My team will escort you to them shortly.
Great. Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandrone personally. Huh? Where is Sandrone?
She stayed behind to work since I was making the trip anyway. It seemed
all right, guess that's just how she rolls. In that case, tell her that the Tsaritsa's decree this time is... Still, I wonder what... Wait, what's that? Did one of our troops turn into a monster?
Take him out. Overruled.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. You've gotten stronger, Arlecchino. Nice.
Stop that right now. I appreciate the praise, but I am not fighting you today.
I knew it. I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next...
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been going on in Nodcry?
A lot. But long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged to Columbina, then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Trilunar Authority in his hands.
What? What do you mean he built a moon marrow? People build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next DIY project? He's gonna build a god?
You could stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we are engaged in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosaline's plan. But right now, you're acting like a common adventurer.
Thanks for speaking up for me. Those 2 really took me for a ride back then. Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's gotta count in my favor, right?
It almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you.
No. I'll stop talking. Please, go on.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments, and not a strategic move. That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted with a curse.
This is so much worse than I thought. No wonder while these exceptional circumstances persist, the Harbingers are hereby authorized to use unilateral executive powers. Should Dottore
My thanks to Her Majesty. I will pass these good...
Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated Nodcry.
A wise decision.
By the way, how's my old partner doing?
Partner?
You mean I'm afraid I have bad news. She was captured after our failed assault on Dottore's...
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick with her?
That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does.
This won't do. I have to rest.
You can't. We have no idea.
What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs?
Sandrone is working on it. The best thing you can do right now...
Fine. I guess I'll leave this to you.
One last thing. Tell the rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation in Tevat. Beware. The source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments. The Fatui and our allies will endeavor to... However, if Nodcry falls, considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nodcry consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end. Whatever the cost.
Hey, don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing.
I hope you're right.
Welcome di garis bawah Chen.
You're right on time.
Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll get that gliding exam exemption? I made sure I was on my best behavior in Mondstadt. I landed well outside the city and walked in through the gates.
I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now, let's see what we have here.
What are the doctor's energy fields even made from? The usual attract and repel principles that govern Kuvaki don't seem to apply to them.
They are very mysterious, but ultimately, they appear to be comprised of energies from the three realms. Thanks to research by Master in the Hexen Circle, we know that Tevat's 7 elements are derived from the more primordial power of the Light Realm, which is antagonistic with the power of the Void Realm. Since you have the power of the Dragon Durin within you, I'm sure you can already tell that this energy field contains no abyssal energy.
That's true. It's not abyssal energy, it's something pure, wild, and untamed.
I've been thinking about something. Do you still remember the device that Dory supplied from the Academia when you and Miss Columbina fought Raria? That was one of the most marvelous feats of ingenuity I've ever seen. The design, the craftsmanship, the material selection. I couldn't fault any of it. Not to mention the operating principles. Surely the most ingenious feature of all. Dory didn't go into detail on how it functions, but I have a working theory. The clue was that Miss Columbina was somehow able to use the pyro energy that you provided, despite the fact that, as a moon goddess, she should only be able to use light realm energy in principle. Now, all elemental energy is, of course, derived from light realm energy to begin with. Hence, I suspect that the device works by restoring elemental energy to its original state. This presumes a theoretical model of the 7 elements akin to that of light refracted through a prism. Perhaps it is no mere analogy. Maybe there is indeed a prism in this model. I almost wonder if the idea for the device was conceived based on direct observations of said prism. It would explain how such an ironclad design concept was achieved. It is at once a masterwork of engineering and a groundbreaking application of the Academia's latest elemental theories. I suspect only Lesser Lord Kusanali herself could have devised such an ambitious technology. But back to the energy field before us. If this is pure light realm energy, its relation to elemental energy is one of integration versus division. Or you could say that the former contains the latter. Could this mean that elemental energy can dilute the power of the light realm?
Should we give it a try?
We should.
Ha! It works!
Clear signs of disruption were detected at the periphery of the energy field. This indicates that elemental energy can disturb or even negate the field. Now you try.
All right, here goes. It's It's working!
Switch to abyssal energy and attack again. No surprises there. Abyssal power drains the energy field to a significantly greater extent. I now feel confident in asserting that the energy field is indeed pure light realm energy, and that elemental energy can dilute it.
But the energy field is huge. How much elemental energy will it take to neutralize it?
We don't have to neutralize it completely. We can try other approaches. That's all for theory. Would you like to continue watching?
So you knew I was here.
Huh? When did you get here?
A while ago. But Albedo sounded like he was working on his thesis defense back there. Back in Sumeru. You can end a person's whole career by interrupting them mid-speech.
Very thoughtful of you. I'm truly touched.
With what?
A little test. Try using Anima to unleash a concentrated assault with circular...
Nice! This...
Tremendous.
Should we go through?
We probably shouldn't risk having mutually antagonistic energies in such close proximity. Durin?
Sounds sensible to me. Keep your eye...
Don't worry, I got this. You two be careful.
What do you mean?
It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed last month. When 2 bottles of it are smashed on the ground together, they emit a...
Glad I asked. Thanks for...
Like I thought. Beyond a certain distance, we can't see the opening where we came in. Maybe that's to prevent people from escaping.
Sounds like Dottore style to me. Not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared.
They have no heartbeats and they're not breathing. We can only assume they're dead. Also...
It's watching us.
What are you trying to tell us?
Doesn't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal after all.
Let's keep looking around.
Same situation everywhere. Not a living soul in sight. Just countless bodies with animals standing watch over them.
Well, I think we can safely rule out the possibility that they're all pets.
Is skirting around the topic your way of showing consideration for other people's feelings?
Just being cautious. I don't doubt that you can handle the truth.
Welcome, Mogek Group.
Careful.
Please. Help us. Please.
Over there. I hear a voice.
Come into being.
Please.
What happened here?
I don't know. Suddenly, I still have some of my senses.
It looks like there's a huge experiment going on inside this energy field. Maybe each energy field is its own giant experiment.
He's swapping human minds with those of animals. Even without the other circumstance, those people may have lost their sense of selves, but they are not fully animals either. If...
We should go. No?
Agreed.
you're back!
We saw some things that take a strong stomach.
We should share our findings with the others.
Yes? Who is it?
Miss Nefer, it's me. We found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale.
Sounds like he's living down to our expectations.
Might I ask how things are proceeding on your...
I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch.
Understood. Stay safe.
I will.
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are...
What makes you think I'd need...
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters...
Let's begin. Entering simulation mode. A vast wasteland. I was expecting something more Wait, someone's there.
What are you looking at? In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to? Or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon. It's not so bad. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're not here with me.
This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings. It is filled with both longing and kindness.
I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends up wishing for someone who can't be there. Maybe it's the only way we can feel truly alive.
Time to delve a little deeper.
Nasha Town is hardly the optimal choice for a place to live.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking where might make a good starting point for your journey. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria, perhaps.
Conria ceased to exist long ago.
Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Tri-Lune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, I can now recreate. You simply do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you miss your sibling and fear getting answers that you are not ready to learn. But this is not for me to judge. If we are to collaborate, we need to maintain an amicable relationship. In a moment, you will be able to...
Oh no.
What are you... What are you gonna do?
Don't move. Something unwanted has crept into... Oh? Gone as quickly as it came.
Did you save me?
If I hadn't cut the connection, Dottore might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you. This was a good idea, but once is plenty. You were exceptionally brave. Excellent work.
Thanks, but now's not the time for that.
Albedo speaking.
I think I know where she is.
What is this endless darkness? I can't see anything, even though my eyes are wide open. But why? What happened?
Ah, sorry about that. I take it you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours took a little peek into your mind.
Could it be Nefer? How did she do it? Did she use something as a medium to connect to me?
Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear. Have I stunned you into silence? I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop your intruder in her tracks. It would have been nice to capture the spy. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing. The moment you closed your eyes, time seemed to grow impossibly viscous, didn't it? A whole month passed before you opened your eyes again, but only for you. No one else was affected.
Point taken. You've proven once again that you have God-tier powers.
Oh, you misunderstand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learn best by doing, and I have to admit, time is not the easiest dimension to control. I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but it ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly some finesse is required to wield the authority over time as I wish. I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy, nothing too serious. Had I been off by a year, a decade, or even a century, that would have been quite a different story.
You could have frozen me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity.
Millions of years? To what end? I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are very pragmatic creatures who understand only that which they can perceive with their senses. If I had you sit here for a week, I imagine people might sympathize. But if I left you here for 100, 1,000, or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Tevat, it is ordinary humans that account for most of the population. Their lifespans are so limited, their bodies so fragile. Did you ever really hope that they could begin to understand someone like you? Your long life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from them. How long will it be before they start to treat you like the alien you are? Before you are ostracized, outcast?
Alien.
Even I feel bad for you sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you wish for. You have been treated most unfairly. I can change that. I will grant you special privileges and give you back the status you rightly deserve as a descender.
I've entered the past 3 times at this point, but I still have so many questions. For instance, beyond each point being further back in time than the last, what determines the specific locations at which I can make entry? So far, the common thread linking all 3 scenarios is that the traveler has been present. But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around her. What was it? I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
This looks like Star Sand Shoal. Was this before Rerir regained his physical form?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
The cannon. That's right. I I was at Silver Moon Hall and I sensed an abnormal Kuvaki fluctuation coming from Nasha Town. And right after that, came an ominous power emanating from Star Sand Shoal.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished.
I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection. But how would I do it? What can I do, here and now?
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
No, I won't make it in time. She's using the Kuvaki shield like I taught her. Is she gonna use it to She's strong. I'm sure she can manage. But the force released when the beam Easy Island. The Frost Moon saw.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be...
Maybe that really was me after all. Well, future me. There's no time. I have to make it. Oh, Frost Moon. Oh, great land. Oh, slumbering moonlight of Nodcry. If you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please, heed me once more! Did it work?
Hey, wake up. Hey, did you hear me? Columbina, I said...
Oh, good morning.
It's 3 in the afternoon, actually. And could you
And your coffee, right? It's so bitter, but it's...
It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass?
The Frost Moon Scions certainly led a more frugal...
Then I'll bet you've never eaten one of these before.
It smells delicious.
That's because it's a Fontanian recipe. Rosaline will be here shortly, but if you really can't wait, Hey, at least let me finish before you start eating! Or did the rules not apply to you because you're the high and mighty moon god? Of course they are. I
was worried they might contain traces of machine oil.
What? You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. I'm sure their food was awful. But there's...
Well, life there didn't go quite...
What were you expecting? You're a god. Your followers are gonna make some demands. Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drink. How bad...
Well, would you help other people? Just for free? The doctor told me that you were created by a great mechanic. Lord something Fisher.
The Lord Artificer. Ugh, some people can't...
Oh, Lord Artificer. And didn't he have something to do with the, narcissist?
Narcissenkreuz Ordo.
Yes, that was it. Narcissenkreuz Ordo. So, would you try to...
You must be joking. I would...
Exactly. Well, I felt the same way.
What do you know? Or in his later years, Alain did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do. If I had any...
Who's Alain?
He was the... You know what? Never mind. Let me ask you this. What sort of place would you...
A place where people don't ask me for things I cannot give them. Where they don't worship me. I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please. And ideally...
Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world. Now, take your snacks and scram.
Did I pass out? Of course. I'm back here again. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandrone. Traveler. I miss you all so much. Back there. I guess I managed to harness all the Kuvaki energy on Hisi Island. But how did I do it? Time is flowing backwards here, and I can use that mystery ally everyone talked about. I can sense that there isn't much more power. What lies at the end of all of this? And... It's getting harder and harder to use my power. I'm no match for the Abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments. Time to go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time. The Final Night Cemetery.
Or not? How is it?
Difficult, yes.
Seems like they're searching for information. Oh, I remember. Was this my doing too?
To expose the true intentions of this Rarir.
Are my actions changing the past? Or are they simply completing a process? Is all of this inevitable? Or if I choose not to help them now, will it...
Hope we don't...
They're my friends. I can't not help them. And the other one was... here.
Hey! Another file's moving!
That should do it. Luanatar? You can sense my presence? Wait! Luanatar. So she's that familiar presence I've been sensing all along. She's always been by the Traveler's side. But why Luanatar? Is it because she has a connection to me? That's... I cannot sense any power up ahead. This is likely my final chance to enter the... It's now or never. Where's Luanatar?
Seeing Enefa and Aino reunited like that sure...
Travel... No. Stay calm. Think, Columbina. A way back, do I? Go back to Moon... And if I return in my current state... Dotori's actions that day prove that he'd been planning that for a long time. He had already... Even if I managed to get back... How can I fight against... I can't. If I go back like this... I have to find some way of rivaling the power... Wait. Time flowing backwards. Does that mean... I know what I must do.
Speaking of homes, we must already be close to where the Frost Moon's side...
But how do I communicate my plan? Should I write it down here? No, I need something with a close connection to me.
Hey, what was that? Feel like some...
It was I who brought Luanatar into being. That's why I could sense a familiar power from the moment I... It also explains why she's been present in every past location, because we have a deep connection.
Hey there!
And the reason why there are no more gates to the past after this point. No wonder I sensed the trace of a blessing when we first met. But I still didn't back then. I was just a little lost dove.
Go on. Go on now. We've got stuff to do.
Hey, you scared it off.
I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by the traveler's side. Guide her. Oh, and bring her to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms grow. You too. As for mine...
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear up. Believe me, such a life is but once.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god's laboratory is the perfect playground. But it needs mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished...
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit?
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero.
You've grown a lot since we last met. But there are still things you are unwilling to compromise. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a...
I really doubt...
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read this. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much... Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing. Now then.
A new face. Interesting.
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. It's nothing. I'll be. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue? I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now, distracting Dotori was tough. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one I never wanted to obliterate. Dotori doesn't recognize me. But his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my opera. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I...
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer. Because did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, and I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you, everyone would be pretty stuck without you.
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the...
You don't look injured. It seems that the...
All right. Rescue operation. There's a lot more work to be...
Understood. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is...
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nachtschitzenkreuz Institute. René de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with...
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were more...
And? What would you say if Lenny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have...
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive. So it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, Matt.
Excuse you. I am...
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah.
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever...
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case...
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on...
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be
Is she back? Is she really back, Traveler? It's really you!
You can finally breathe easy.
It's great to have you back in one piece. Look at them. You know, once you reach my age...
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay? Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dotor.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandra...
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight.
It sounds like she's on a specific path. The question is, where does that...
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking.
Indeed not.
Nicole! You sure live quietly.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, but where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time...
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the three moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew.
Welcome, Egat.
Like I thought. No more paths back to reality. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, they can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me. Is that the ray here of Solnari?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space...
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. When I first got here, I was filled with how I cursed cursed and devoured. I tore it, but to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space, though I have no memory of but this time I survived.
Are you the source of the abyssal power?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And
Tried to. So, you rejected it?
yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her.
Her?
Thalindis. My former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thalindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean... Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. All so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor of you?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take him.
Thalindis?
Yes, she's dead. I can sense that some part of her soul remains.
Why don't you go and speak to...
I can't. I don't know why. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. In return, I will clear... No, not in return. Yeah. Well, I'm tired of it all. Tired. I think I grew tired.
What do you wish to...
All of it.
Is it okay if I give her the... Like the part where you relentlessly...
Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thalindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him. But he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because... if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. It means a lot. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but
Don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss Delindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So, I guess I'll be...
Wait. One moment. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the three moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses?
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage it needed to control Rayrir. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse. Rayrir was one of the Vinster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy, so I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Vinster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Vinster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting him and solve everything.
I couldn't kill the Vinster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rayrir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm.
I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you. I owe you that much.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this space ends. The documentation was scant, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point, but if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Delindis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rayrir, I'm so sorry. For everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? to be found. Everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
How exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of major creations?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories...
You're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the...
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scan...
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were in other words, this piece of information alone is...
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's...
But at least she's trying her best.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating that maniac is going... I'll be frank. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but...
We're not giving up on saving her. Whether she can defeat Dottore...
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it...
So...
Absolutely.
Duh! She's Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arla came... Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working... I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
Computing power? You mean...
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. And, to top it all off, we can't even leave Nodcry. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this... Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe something will come to mind after you've cleared your head.
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here. And I need accurate results, not big prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike after all.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Haggai? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned she was planning to head back.
Things aren't looking good for Nodcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are 2 possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nodcry. Either way, Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nodcry has. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed...
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
di atasan aku tuh. Dia enak pakai komputer ya. Dia ini yang nggak kenalin aku anjir. Dia begini ngegesin aku. Keren, siapa ya gitu deh. Mona kak, oh keren anak baru. Ngakak. Ini kemana ini?
Welcome kopi. Hitam. Pahit 2.
Miss Androne, traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all. If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong. She found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Pontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. She's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver-white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
I can put two and two together, yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
A silver-white branch. It's...
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, he should be fine. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid...
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's...
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two, and the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aw, Hat Guy.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression?
Sanjoni will succeed, won't she? She has to.
She will.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Who are you? Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon. Sonnet. So, you're the Oh, goodness! You recognize me? Columbina. Hyposelenia. Oh, it was... friends. You... Huh? Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. Do you mean the other two moon goddesses? Wow, you sure know a lot. Oh, I guess it's all right. We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. When did you get here? How long has it been? I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever. We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you. Sisters! I'm back! And look who I brought with me! It's our lovely little sister! The pleasure is all mine. Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hypos. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon.
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please...
It's fine. You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Could you tell me where here... Please.
My dear sister, this is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon god.
What? You're scaring her, Canon. No, I'm fine. Please, continue.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they seem to harbor ill intent towards this world. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home,
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tivat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or they would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power. To punish this,
Only this was far
right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you had.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung,
And so began the War of Funerary.
So, that's the name.
Well, who won in the end? As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won. Although it and the world's original master, the Dragon King. And what of the moons? Are they?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a
Only the Frost Moon remains. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered. So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still.
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than...
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repent. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process? Scan for moons. Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along? Variables. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be... Wait! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care. Why? It says 3 moons still exist into that. Even after excluding the moon, redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap. Why? Why is it... What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung...
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return, but we have no way of knowing.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place isn't.
So you're saying if she could return by her own power?
Yes. She certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luanatar might be an anchor that she left behind. This could also explain why Luanatar is always.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must. The question is.
Hello? Listen up! This is it! Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly
truly amazing. Oh, I'm so delighted for her.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for every.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar.
It's hard to believe that's what.
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. That's so lovely. I always wanted to go down there and have some fun. Have you ever tried? Of course. Between us, we've tried everything.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately.
In that case, have you tried using any of those Sorry? What are those? They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using. Or am I the only one who can use those passages?
Kuvaki.
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nodcry, the land from which the moons arose.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of Teyvat you say is called Nodcry. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and any.
What? Could you show us some of this Kuvaki? Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nodcry. In the air.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly did this is so strange?
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of.
Yes. If I am to help my friends, you mean you'll need our
This sounds extremely risky. The Three Moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess would be a very painful process. And if anything.
I know. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers. No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
What if I don't leave alive? Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Columbina?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet?
Seems Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reikir of Solnari. She knows our personalities, our way. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long. Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose? If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her...
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart!
Never, wait. If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda. Promise me.
Yes, Boss Neff. I promise.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerir. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got away with it for this long.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well looked after.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
All done.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the sole-surviving moon, the Frost Moon, I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help. Time to go talk it over with them.
I hope it's not. Come on.
It seems you have I'm all ear.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us, how do you plan to leave this place?
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
What are you saying? How can the dead be reborn?
And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them? You'll...
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message. I'm sure of it.
I'm not following. How exactly will you achieve this?
It's quite simple, really. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean your divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can still feel that it is there. In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now. My friends can use it to detect my presence.
But how do you just leave your soul here? Is that even possible?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded away.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this, so I'm humbly asking for your assistance.
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road since then. How could I bear to let your story end here in this dungeon? Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how it's been for me? Getting nagged by two older sisters all the time. Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that, but I get to help you return to your world, too. How could I say no to that?
Sonnet.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request. The Frost Moon is rightfully yours, and it remains intact.
Oh, no, please, don't misunderstand me, Columbina. I was just thinking back on the years that the three of us once spent together. You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frost Moon Scions, your lovely, kindly friends. For the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Teyvat. It is a great relief to know that the people of this world live in such an abundant future. if your plan can save them and save Not Cry, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question I would like to ask you before we proceed.
Certainly. What is it?
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so I didn't want to intrude.
There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I believed it was full of nothing but lies and falsehoods. I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my true home.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things, like the smiles on your friends' faces. Promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friends. I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return, but that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Aria, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the song sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
We once were the tides in the great river of time, but now we subside, and you arise.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration. But now, the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be with those who smile when they see your face.
Terima kasih sudah share tuh garis bawah sari.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Columbina Hyposelenia. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand.
Sisters, oh, my body, it feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is.
We have one final request, Colombian. Could you use the Three Moons' power? Now that we have lost our powers, it's just... we would like to...
Of course. Sonnet.
Welcome
Don't.
Paris 41.
I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big...
No, I'm okay. I'm not afraid.
It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body, too. May it become the moonlight that keeps Nodcry company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nodcry was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land, and only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me, my body, answering the call of my soul. And the golden energy I've encountered
Bang.
on my way here was, in fact,
Aku aja baru sampai
that very
sini, Bang.
soul
Nggak tahu
which
mana
I am
itu
about to
underwater.
leave here to guide me. O power Trilune, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home.
Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone? Can you still see? How many fingers am I holding up?
I see 2 fingers, and a look of sheer terror on your face.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends of the world, and yet they remain as sharp as ever. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma? It seems that even time itself is no match for your medical skills.
Surely you jest, Mr. Flins. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to protect Nefer's eyes when this moment arrived. There is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth, but it seems that this time, Columbina has shouldered that burden on our behalf.
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clearly so perceptive. She knows us well. She knew exactly how we would think and what we would try. Despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing the same possibilities and seizing the same opportunities.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But as long as there's a chance we can do something, we'll fight to make it happen.
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dottore. The civilian population has been moved to safety, so we no longer need to hold back.
Miss Androne, how are the calculations going?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hatman being powered down for nothing.
There's still a long road ahead. Where should we begin?
Our plan is clear. Time is short.
There's just never enough time, is there?
All right, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power, but I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're complete?
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached.
Eh, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just a ball of nerves in a charming and gregarious package?
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Well, you're all the braver for it.
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself. Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off...
Oh, you think so? Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past.
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being...
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to...
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom and more to do with my power.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build... Duran's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is constantly expanding his territory. It's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Nagcry. If Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, well, at the anyway, her calculations suggest it's up to us to slow Dottore's advance.
Are you asking me to help you with building?
No. I'd like you to prepare for what comes next. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during...
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd...
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not...
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I didn't come empty.
This is... wow. Yeah.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
Pink, merah, putih, warna-warni. Mau polo, yang penting ada terang.
Ah, you're here.
Iya, mau cobain aja.
Sandrone, how are things going?
Glad you asked.
itu
You
keren.
two are about to become the first people to lay eyes upon my masterpiece. Or should that be the first? Hey! Whatever. Come, feast your eyes.
Welcome BG Gaming 068.
This meter displays the progress of my formula. Once it's finished running, I'll deliver it right to your side. And
What do you mean, deliver it? Can't you just tell us over the Dodo communication device? It'll just be some
you're such a greenhorn. Whatever. We'll be here all day. I'll share the data with you. Nicole's agreed to let me use her information. There. Now you can...
Wow! Look at that!
About time you recognize my genius. Anyway, that's all from me. You should check on the others if you have time. Make sure we don't... That might sound harsh to you, but close supervision is a common practice in the fatigue. I'm kinda stuck here while the formula is running, so I need you to be my second pair of eyes.
Itu.
Thankfully, Miss Nicole has come to our aid. Not
Golden Flame. Yes, based on the latest message from Grandmaster Varka, the situation should be more stable with her assistance.
Hello there, you two.
Are you well rested?
That's good to hear. As per the plan, Albedo and I will, as Dotori's energy field expands, it's creeping ever.
We fought side by side many times before. I believe this time will be no difference.
Makasih sudah share
So don't...
28.
Traveler, Paimon.
Flans! How's everything coming along?
Fairly well, if I do say so myself.
Ooh, you sound much...
To be honest, I am not usually fond of exercise. I am conserving my strength until the moment of battle.
Seeing you get into the zone like this really puts Paimon at ease. Huh, Traveler?
I consider it an honor to have your rest well. I look forward to seeing you both in your element during the battle.
Yes, Miss Moonchanter? What are you staring at?
You always address me in the strangest ways. Lady Moonchanter 1 minute, Miss Moonchanter the next.
Yes, and? Are either of those incorrect?
Not as such. It's just that I simply call you Nefer nowadays.
Uh-huh. That's my name. What's your point?
The point is I don't add any...
Meaning what?
That maybe we're on friendly...
Is that how you see it? And I thought I was the...
Never! Wilma!
Paimon, Traveler.
Just swinging by to check in on you. How are things going? Did you manage to get some...
Don't worry about me. I won't...
And I give my all to ensure... Ah, yes. Allow me to give you two a quick check. All done. You're both in good shape.
You're welcome. You'll have your work cut out for you in this battle against Dottore.
Paimon will keep an eye on you.
I'm glad to hear it. Take...
Sure thing.
Here they come. That's quite a horde.
As we expected.
Get ready, everyone.
Take your positions and prepare to engage.
Let's begin.
I'm at the ready.
Close your eyes. Observe.
Another one. Fine.
Be silent. Observe. Fear the dark.
Your skull!
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Absurd.
With one heart, we pray.
No more lies.
These creatures cannot stand against us.
No more fighting talk. Just don't let your guard down.
That goes without saying. I'm hardly the risk taker in this.
Excuse me?
It all adds up. Seek within.
Intel!
The moon's night approaches.
It all adds up.
It all falls into place.
No more lies.
Let's see what you're made of.
Can't hide the truth.
Time to come clean.
Burst forth! Watch out! Change! You... Moments of birth!
That was easier than I thought.
Naturally.
What do you mean? Is it because...
You poor lost lamb, for the everlasting.
How unfortunate.
Let's see what you're made of.
People have always used fire to drive away wild beasts.
Wouldn't a lantern work just as well?
You read my mind, my dear friend. I was just about to say that.
All right then, dear friend. Bring the light.
No more lies.
With one heart, we pray.
Wipe out!
It all adds up.
Time to come clean.
You're looking well. I trust you've had a good couple of days.
Dottore.
It's actually a good thing, in my view. If the subjects of my experiment were to die prematurely, it would throw quite a wrench in the works. And so, I must thank you all for your resilience. We are no longer on the same level, but you are nonetheless worthy of my respect. A creator god should be merciful and gracious after all. And in any case, it is only right that before I end your lives, the world is informed of the arrival of their new god. The experiment begins.
us here. There's no exit. Our endurance is about to be put to the test.
Me! And here I thought you dodged that. Excellent. Barely managed to touch my lip.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Keep
It all adds up. Leave this. Can't hide the truth.
With the marrow of the three moons in my hand, behold the false lords fall! Reverse. Tell me, where will you try scurrying off to next?
Looks like Dottore has opted for a divide and conquer strategy. But we will not allow him to triumph. Now, I shall pray for our victory. Yeah, yeah.
Enjoy bends to me.
No more lies. The mystery unravels.
Moon's remnants.
Can't hide the truth.
That which cannot stand against me.
What's this supposed to be? A knockoff version of the space colony I got trapped in? There really is no way out. We'll see about that, Dottore.
My apologies. I had not intended to take your teammates from you. But you have a choice. Obey, and I can release them. An excellent deal, if you ask me.
Lolo apaan?
Won't you consider it?
Awalnya doang nggak? Terusan apa enggak?
You cannot face me.
Iya, terus
I'm aware you've been working on some little tricks to surprise me with, but it appears that none of them have come to fruition. My guess would be that you're trying to bring Columbina back. Speaking of Columbina, I once saw her as like a younger sister. We got along quite amicably while she was with the Fatui. But then one day she suddenly decided she would refuse to take part in any further experiments. To this day, I truly don't understand what I could have done to upset her so much. It's such a pity. I could have had a sister, a family. But alas, she grew to dislike me.
You're not fit to be family to.
That I can't deny. So many people, all obsessed with playing out the same. And then there's you. You had every opportunity to reach the right conclusion. The thought of killing you. But I maintain that I approached you in good faith. So, I will offer you another chance. Will you work with me? You have until I count to 10 to make your choice. 1, 2, 3.
Not in a million years.
What a pleasant surprise.
You're as sick and twisted as ever. Don't fool yourself into thinking anyone's grateful.
Sandrone, the formula hasn't...
Funnily enough, I was just discussing a collaboration opportunity with the Traveler, and then I see you.
Gone to waste?
I said that everyone would get one chance, and you've used yours to march right back into the...
And what makes you think I believe a word that comes out of your...
I was planning on disposing of your little formula after wrapping up more urgent business here. Since you've taken the trouble of serving it to me on a silver platter, I can simply bring it forward in the schedule. Is this your life's work? This piece of trash? Your formula runs too slowly, Sandrone. You put your hope for success on others instead of fighting dirty. That is why you have failed. Now, whom should I slay first? Any volunteers? No one? How nice of you to leave the decision to me. Oh, how unexpected. Sandrone, any last words for me, comrade?
Is there anything you wish for?
Not really. But I've always known what I don't want. Go to hell, Dottore. No!
And now, you have failed. Now you see how fragile mechanical contraptions are. Just a gentle tap, and they fall to pieces. However keen of an inventor Sandrone may have been, her death spells the end. Of course, I have to commend her for making it this far. As her now, it is time for you to take your place. My count was interrupted, but the second chance I extended to you still. By now, I'm sure you have gained a greater appreciation for the power and authority I wield. What? Not in the mood to talk? As you wish. I'll change the topic to something more apropos. Sandrone was always like, objectively speaking, she had her strengths. It is remarkable how she extracted and even optimized the world, but her inability to trust was her undoing. Had she allowed someone else to monitor or run the formula for her, but regrettably, she was a stubborn fool. As much
Dottore, maybe this is news to you, but people can change. Columbina surprised you when she escaped, and I think since
shit.
You can twist the truth however you want, but I see it clear as day. You're the one who can't trust other people.
Is that how you see me? By this point, what can you hope to... It is pointless to fight on. You've already lost.
Wrong. You can't win this, Dottore.
What?
My formula can get us 90% of the way. It will connect you to Columbina. Then, I will bring the formula's output to the Traveler's side. For the last 10%, do whatever it takes. Just bring the moon down.
The moon will never be yours.
I turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. My soul I leave here to inform my future friends. Lastly, I will hide the Trilune Authority within the Frost Moon. And when my body, soul, and authority are reunited, finally...
Columbina!
It's been too long. I'm back. Stay focused on the battle, Traveler.
What a touching reunion. Though I personally find myself repulsed by the sight of weaklings huddled together for war. Now, quite finished patting yourselves on the back. Show me how long you can survive before you drown.
Watch out, Columbina! He can manipulate...
I know. Wait for the right moment. We'll strike together.
Entropy.
you the new moon's blessing. The new moon shines upon you.
I am growing weary.
It's over, Dottore! Time to pay for your heinous crimes! Our future is not yours!
No longer must the world cower in the cold night. Let the moonlight dispel the darkness. Everlasting as the moon.
So close. I was so close to the new. Willfully blind. How can you be so satisfied with your fate?
This battle was never about fate. It's about friends, family, and the home you stole from them.
So dull. Only the weak rely on each other for comfort. You shall see. Once I transcend fate, you will be nothing but fodder for my grand experiment.
That will never happen. Today, the moon lights up this world once more.
This loathsome world.
No, this world is our home.
No, you're doing it wrong.
What are you drawing, Chil?
The new moon, Mom. It looks different than before. Also...
All right. I suppose today is a special day after all. Almost like a festival.
Extra, extra! Get the latest post-disaster report! Nasha Town Reap the voyage begins today! The future looks...
I knew things would be different. But they say a new moon goddess has been born. A new moon goddess?
I guess so. I'm not too clued up on the details. Hey, since we've come all this way, shall we grab ourselves...
Are you a convert now? Or...
Oh, come on, what does it matter? After everything we've all just been through?
Come on! We gotta get there early, or they're...
Shh, keep it down. This is a residential... Why is it so noisy? It's okay. What about you? Still winding down from everything that's happened? Okay, if you say so. But don't push yourself, alright? What we just went through was... a lot. Lornatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Apparently still... But anyway, you did great. So did Paimon. So, chin up, Traveler. Hey, don't poke fun. Paimon didn't think you'd mention it. You have no idea how anxious... Well, if you really want to show Paimon your... Okay.
Huh? Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. Good morning.
Morning, Yehuda. Here for some breakfast?
Oh, I've already eaten. Just need some water. I was mostly... Careful there, Paimon. Too much food will make you drowsy. Don't let any...
You should probably be saying that to Aino.
True. You know,
Well, nothing like a region-wide calamity to bring people together. After that...
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly...
Really? But if she's so pessimistic about it...
Probably 'cause... Even though Unity sounds... I think things will work out, though. I swear, Notcry feels like one big family now with everything that's...
Paimon's with you on that one. And it seems like...
All right. Everyone's been rebuilding these last 2 weeks. Life's slowly returning back to normal. Were you about to head out?
Yeah, we were gonna take a stroll around the square.
Sounds good.